My name is Abby Banks, and I'm currently a senior at Spalding High School. And I went to pre-K at Cowan, and then I transferred over to Futrall for the rest of my elementary school. And then I went to Rehoboth, and now I'm at Spalding. I went through the teaching as a profession pathway my sophomore year, and the teacher there, I remember her first name was Audrey. I don't even remember her last name. That's just, she was a great person, super personal. She just figured out that's what I wanted to do was teach. And she was so, I don't know, caring. And I don't know, she just showed me what I wanted to do. And she told me that you don't have to be a teacher to teach. You know, you can teach in your everyday life to everybody, you know, anything. So she taught us about her bee farm and all kinds of different things. And she was just amazing. There have definitely been a couple of challenges that I've had to overcome. I know at the end of 8th grade, I struggled a lot with anxiety, which I know that was around COVID, but it was right before COVID actually even started. I had a friend group that no longer wanted to be, you know, associated with me, and I kind of found myself lost and alone, and I drifted away from God, from everything pretty much. I didn't want to go to church. My mom would pull up at the youth group where all my friends were, and I was like, I can't go in there, and I don't want to do it. Like, I would just cry in the car and we would go home. And it was a really, really rough couple of years. But I kind of got through it just through, I made some new friends. I kept playing softball, and it really helped me a lot just to get into that. And then I also got into like musical theater, and having a different outlet with a different friend group helped a lot too. And then I even struggle with anxiety now. Like, I recently, like this past week has been terrible. I've had anxiety attacks almost every day. But I'm still pushing forward. We're going to be good in the future, and I just know everything's going to be great. So, yeah. So I would definitely say find someone to talk to. For me, it was my mom. But she wasn't always the most understanding because there is a generational gap there. Not that I don't love my mom, I do. But I will say that finding someone that you can talk to and put faith in is definitely a big thing for everyone, even if it's just a journal and you write to a page. That helped me a lot too, going through really bad anxiety attacks. And I've had to pick it up again recently because of the anxiety attacks that I've been having recently. But a lot of it just has to do with like college stuff now. So it's just like, I can't really do anything, you know, I'm just going to figure it out as I go. So I have to like I've learned to give it away, you know, if it's not something I can control myself, then, you know, don't worry about it. So I kind of had to teach myself that, but talking to someone definitely helped. Yeah, I actually started running 8th grade year when I got anxiety, so I started running every day. I never really joined a track team, so I didn't think I was good enough for that necessarily. But that's when I started taking softball really seriously. I'd always played it, but I was like, you know what, I'm going to be good. I'm going to train, and it's going to be something that I'm good at. And so I worked really hard at it, and it became an outlet for my anxiety and my stress and everything. And I just love it now. Like, I just love softball. And then I also got into musical theater late 8th grade year. And then I kind of let it go because I was so involved with the softball for like a long time. I didn't have time for anything else. And then they added a musical theater class at Spalding. And since it was during the school day, I could do it. And it was awesome. So junior year, our theater teacher was actually out most of the year because he had a lot of surgeries going on and things like that. So I remember being in basically just a chorus class, but I met a whole group of like new people that were so fun to be around and so silly, and I just loved it. Like, it was great. And so I did it again this year, and we did Legally Blonde, and it was great. And I was Elle, and I was like, I didn't even know I could do that, and it was so fun. And I have so many more friends now because of it. Like, I talk to people, and I just never talked to people before, and it's so much fun. I love Spalding and like the extracurriculars there, and that's pretty much all I'm involved in. I'm in Tri-M too, which is like the it's a music honor society. I'm vice president of that, so but we don't meet very often. It's just kind of like a, hey, you know, heads up, these dates are coming up kind of thing. But it's just really good to be in a group of people that they share the same passions as you, and they don't judge you for being goofy or silly, and it's great. I love it. Well, immediately after summer, I'm definitely going to chill because I've never had a summer to myself, but I'm going to college in the fall at Bruton Parker, which is in Mount Vernon, Georgia. It's like 2 hours away, perfect distance, and I'm so excited. I'm going to play softball there. I'm rooming with my best friend. We're both going to play softball there, and it's just like everything kind of fell into place. And I'm so excited. It's a really good Christian school. It's going to uplift me in my faith and my athletic ability as well, and my schooling. And I'm going to, in about 5 years, I'm hoping to be a teacher, hopefully in Spalding County. So everything's going to come full circle, and I'm just really excited that I have a plan for all that now. I would definitely tell myself, calm down. It's all right. You don't have to be perfect all the time. It's okay. If people are judging you, that's their problem, not yours. And it's okay to not always get A's on every test. It's okay to not spend 3 hours studying every night. And it's okay to just try and enjoy school and talk to people and get out of your shell. You never know unless you try. And honestly, I wish that me a year ago would have known that. Like, I wish that I had gotten out of my shell before now. And been a little goofy around people and a little silly, and like people love me now, and I've never had that before. Like, it's awesome. And so definitely get out of your shell a little bit more, be who you are, be your true self, and just find your group. I would tell my older self, don't forget about your love for kids, no matter how hard the job gets. That's why you teach. Don't forget that ever. Love the babies, love them, and hug them and give them cuddles. Don't ever be a teacher that's like, ew, germs. Please never be that person. Please. I want her to be happy so badly, and I think that's gonna get there, but you never really know. And I just want her to, I don't know. Be the teacher that makes people happy to come to school. And be the mom that your kids don't hate coming home to, please. Like, come on. I would definitely say to people that don't know how great Spalding is, it is. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. I go to school every day and I don't hate it. And you don't really get that a lot of places. And I know a lot of kids, even at Spalding High, they don't think that way either. But I will say that for kids that open their mind to it, it's amazing. Just go to school with a positive outlook, and I feel like everything kind of falls into place. All the educators I've had have cared for me, or I won't say all, I'll say most, and that's really no one's fault. But most of the educators that I've come into contact with have been caring and considerate, and they have honestly just nurtured an environment that is good for learning, I think, and a lot of kids just don't want to learn anymore. And I think that's one of the main problems, is that it's the kids, they don't want to learn. And I don't think they realize how amazing it is to learn and to have the opportunities to have a musical theater class or to have a business class. Like, people don't get that opportunity a lot of places. And I've learned that through friends at other schools that don't have a musical theater class. And I'm just like, wow, that's so sad. Like, I'm so happy to be in my musical theater class with my friends, and I love it. And it makes me really sad that some people come to school not thinking of that. And I know that algebra is not in any way fun, but my teachers have always made it fun, if that makes sense. Like, my teachers I've always had teachers that understand students individually as well as a class as a whole. And I feel like that's really important.